Hi there. In our last section, you learned how to define a determinant. In this section, you are going to learn about the properties of determinant. So let's begin. Properties of determinant. Property 1. The value of determinant does not change if the rows are changed into columns and columns are changed into rows. Let's consider an example. A is a determinant with element A, B, C, D. So the value of the determinant is equal to AD minus BC. If we change rows into column or columns into rows, our determinant will be ACBD. Now let's find the value of this determinant. So value is AD minus BC, and as you can see, this value and this value is the same. Property 2. If any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the determinant changes from positive to negative. So let's consider the determinant A with element A, B, C, D. The value of the determinant will be AD minus BC. Let's change the rows of the determinant. So we have changed the first row is now second row and second row is now first row. So the elements are C, D, A, B, and the value of the determinant is now BC minus AD, which is equal to negative of AD minus BC. So if you look at these two values, you will see this is negative of this one. Property 3. If any two rows or column of a determinant has exactly the same element, then the value of the determinant is 0. So let's consider determinant with element AB, AB. If we simplify this determinant, we will see AB minus AB, which is equal to 0. Property 4. Any two rows or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant, then the value of the determinant is multiplied by the same constant. So let's consider an example. Let A is a determinant with element Ka, Kb, C, and D. Let's find the value of this determinant. So we will see Ka times D is Kd minus Kb times C is minus Kbc. So if we take the K common, we have AD minus BC. That is equal to K times the value of the determinant. Property 5. If some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant is expressed as sum of more than one element, then the determinant is expressed as the sum of two or more determinant. So let's consider an example. Let A is a determinant with element A plus K1, B plus K2, C, and D. Let's find the value of this determinant. So if we simplify the determinant, you will see the value of the determinant as A plus K1 times D minus B plus K2 times C. If we further simplify, you will see two different determinants. So this is a first determinant and this is a second determinant. It simply means that if a determinant is written in terms of adding one or two numbers, then the determinant can be separated and be written as the two different determinants. The last property. If a row or column of a determinant is added with another row or column of the determinant, then the value of the determinant does not change or remains the same. So let's consider an example. I have a determinant A with element A plus C, B plus D, C, and D. As you can see, we have added the second row with the first row. If we want to find the value of this determinant, I can separate the determinant as A, B, C, D plus C, D, C, D. Since the two rows are same, so the value of this determinant will be 0. So I will write the first determinant plus 0, and that is just my first determinant only. These are the properties of the determinants. They are very often used when you simplify the determinant.